Hi everybody, and welcome to my channel Jump Seat Brief, where I take you along my life as a regional flight attendant who's based in Phoenix. Today I want to do a video about why I like being a regional flight attendant. I know that when I first got started with my journey as a flight attendant, the whole goal was to work for a legacy airline. Now that I've been a regional flight attendant for going on 2 years, I just wanted to make a video highlighting the parts that I enjoy most about being a regional flight attendant that you might not get as a mainline flight attendant. I know that there are probably a lot more cons to being a regional flight attendant than there are working as a mainline flight attendant. So needless to say, this is probably going to be a very short video because there are just a few things that I do like about being a regional flight attendant, and it's a short list. And I am one of those flight attendants who watch flight attendant vlogs. And don't get me wrong, when I see all these mainline flight attendants and all these like cool places that they get to go, and I think about all like the small airports and the small towns that I go to as a regional flight attendant, it does make me want to consider being mainline or want that even more and like leave the regional side. But when I really sit down and think about it, these are the things that I enjoy the most about being a regional flight attendant. So let me go ahead and just start that off. So the first thing that I really love about being a regional flight attendant is our longest flight that we would do is probably going to be 3 hours or just a little over 3 hours. And that's the longest one that we do. So that is huge for me. I really like that because I get really tired really fast. So yeah, I don't know. I just like, I really like the shorter flights, like the 1.5-hour flights, the like 30-minute turns, even like 2-hour, 15-minute flights, you know? So sometimes when I watch like the other flight attendant vlogs who are working for mainline airlines, and they talk about going like transcontinental and international flying, I'm just like, oh my God, that sounds like so much. So when I sit there and think about it, I'm like, dang, I feel kind of lucky that the longest flight we have is like gonna be probably like just 3 hours. And me being based in Phoenix, I don't really, even the longest flight I think I do out of Phoenix is probably just like 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes. And even then I'm like, oh my God, this flight is so long. So that's the first reason. The second reason I enjoy being a regional flight attendant is the most passengers as of right now on the aircraft that we fly in Phoenix. The most passengers I have to take care of is 65 compared to if I was at mainline, 100+. So that's so many more personalities that I would have to deal with. Granted, you are working with other flight attendants, and that's another reason I will point out the most flight attendants I have to work with is one other flight attendant. And for me, I'm introverted. So working with a lot of different personalities, sometimes I'll work with flight attendants who like to talk a lot. That really makes me exhausted. So when I think about if I were to go to mainline, it would be like more crew members, more passengers. And I really enjoy just having to deal with like 65 people at most. I really like that. The third reason I like working as a regional flight attendant, and this might be specific to my company because we work for 4 different carriers. Therefore, we have 19 different bases, and depending on where you're based, you'll kind of work under that particular carrier. So my thought process is we have 4 different carriers already. So depending on where I'm at, I'll be working for those carriers. So I always have the possibility of moving and potentially working for a different carrier. So that's almost like going to a different airline. And that's like just like my thought process for it all. Now, it's not as easy as like, oh, I think I want to move here. So you put in your base transfer and like you'll get it the next month. Like everything is still based on company needs and blah, blah, blah. But there is that possibility, and that's something that I like because all I really have to do is change bases, and I'm working different trips. I'm working like with a different carrier. I'm working with a different type of people. So I really do like that possibility as well with my regional airline. The fourth reason is because I have a line, and that is huge. When you are not controlled by the company and the company is not telling you what to do, that is a big deal. Like, it is so big to have a line, to have a schedule. You know what you're gonna work. You bid for the types of trips you like. Granted, I'm junior with a line, so all I really get is 4 days and all the crap that the people more senior to me didn't want. But nonetheless, like, it is a really big thing. So those are basically the 4 reasons I like being a regional flight attendant. Also, why I really like the company that I work for. So yeah, I knew this video was gonna be very short. I did want to say I'm really sorry. I don't really put this out there, but it's like kind of like my goal, my personal goal with YouTube is to put a video up every week. And I missed last week. I didn't have a trip and I really didn't do anything. So I didn't know what to upload. And then I just got back from a trip and I kind of completely like forgot to vlog it, or I started to and I ended up like not finishing it. So that was like my bad on my part. So I just wanted to apologize because, like I said, it's not something that I've mentioned, but I do like to put a video out every week. I really like want to be consistent, so I'm sorry that I missed last week. I hope this video makes up for it. When I was researching about becoming a flight attendant, I had to learn like what a regional was, what a mainline was, and the differences. And I did that through YouTube. So I didn't really go super into depth. I don't really have a lot of information on mainline compared to regional. I just have my experience as a regional flight attendant. And like I said, there are probably a lot more cons than pros. Like I only came up with 4. Not necessarily came up with 4, but those are like the big 4 reasons why I like being a regional flight attendant. And those are things that I think about I might not have when and if I go mainline. So I don't necessarily want to say that I'm going to stay regional because, you know, I love what I do. I love being a flight attendant. I think everybody should be a flight attendant. I think this is the best job for me, and I could not see myself doing anything else. So with that being said, money is a big issue. And when you're a regional flight attendant, you don't make a lot of money. You make significantly less than if you were a mainline. So I won't say that it's been decided forever for me that I want to stay regional, but those are big 4 things. These are the big 4 things that I really consider when I consider applying for mainline, or like if I were to actually go, like the things I might be giving up as being a regional flight attendant. Okay, so I don't want to talk about anything negative on this video because it's not all bad being a regional flight attendant. It's really not. And I hope now that after watching this video, you guys can kind of see that too. So I really hope that you like this video. If you watched all the way through, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I appreciate everybody who has subscribed to my channel so far. I can't believe it. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me, and the people who comment on my videos too. I love interacting and reading the comments, so definitely do that. If you have any questions or comments, yeah, go ahead and ask below. Like this video if you did. So if you would like to see more videos of me being a flight attendant related content, don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you have any videos you would like to see, or anything else you might want me to talk about, go ahead and mention those in the comments below. I'd like to get your input on that. So yeah, thanks again guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.